Start streaming. What's up, YouTube? This is your guy, Heartless, coming at you guys with another clip, an exclusive. We're doing something a little bit different. As you can see, our title is um, Everything Tech Unlimited, Unlimited Edition, as far as doing our topics a little bit different and switching up hosts. From on this show, actually, I'm not going to be hosting. I'm gonna let my buddy Cutthroat, our co-host, take the lead on this one. That's the purpose of the limited version. Instead of doing the typical episode 5, episode 6, episode 7, throughout those videos, I would be lead. But doing a limited version, I have my guy Cutthroat take the lead on that one. Cutthroat, take it from here, buddy.
What's good, you two? How's it going out there? How we doing tonight?
Doing
People
good,
trying
doing
to stay out of
good.
the storms, digging out from the snow, from the rain, the mud, all that.
Oh yeah, it was cold,
So,
man. Yeah.
For real.
oh yeah. So, what are we gonna get into? You guys want to start with pop culture first, or you guys want to hop right into the tech and then pop culture wrap up?
We can actually start off with the pop culture since I got some of those guys in the thumbnail.
All right. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's start off with one of the big topics that's been going on for quite a few weeks now. We're coming back at you with the Chris Brown and Soldier Boy. So, videos the other day, and let's see, they got Mayweather to train, and they like to train Chris Brown. Those are 50s videos. I saw those, and I couldn't stop laughing. Why the hell are you guys gonna train two fools to go in the ring and beat each other when you could just already let them go in the ring and beat each other?
Yeah,
Really, what?
that's crazy. But I don't know what it is. I just know that Chris Brown I think he got an issue with Floyd. And to be honest with you, when Soldier Boy went to his direction, and I guess Chris Brown counterpunch was like, "Oh, okay, you want to go to Floyd? Well, I'll go to Mike Tyson." And Mike, you cannot go wrong with Mike Tyson. You just can't. And Mike,
Well, Soldier and Money put out a video about, and Soldier Boy's just sitting there talking about how him and Chris are from the same hood, all this shit, and it looks like Money's just sitting there like, man, this guy's full of shit. What the fuck is he saying? You
oh
know,
yeah, definitely.
because essentially Chris Brown's from fucking Virginia. Soldier Boy is from what, Florida or some shit?
No. Soldier Boy
Oh,
is originally he was
Georgia.
born in Chicago. He moved to Atlanta with his mother and whatnot, but he was really raised in Mississippi with his father and whatnot. That's where we really know him from.
So yeah, how are you gonna say you claim and rep the same hood as some other dude, some dude that's not even from anywhere near you?
I mean, that's the
And
thing with rappers nowadays, man. It's just all this gang affiliation is just getting out of hand or whatnot. He claimed, yeah, he's from fucking Bompton, whatever, the Fruit Town, Pirus. He ain't nowhere from over there. Neither is Chris Brown. It's just they need to stop it with this nonsense. It just makes them look better. It makes them look cooler as a rapper, whatnot, to sit there and claim something that they're not even fucking part of.
well,
It's
dude,
nothing new.
that
Believe it or not, it's nothing new. You know, gang affiliation goes back a long way, whatnot. Like the furthest back I can remember is actually Ice-T with the whole Crip thing. Like Ice-T would tell you he's not a Crip, but he hung around Crips. He's affiliated with Crips and whatnot. That's as far back as I can remember is when Ice-T, back in the 90s or whatever.
But wasn't
Yeah,
Ice-T a rocker, not a rapper? Ice-T originally started out as a rocker.
no, he was a rapper that
Was
became
he?
a rocker.
Okay.
The whole fuck the police thing and whatnot.
That was Ice
Yeah,
Cube.
no, that was Ice-T.
I don't know.
That was
I don't know.
Ice Cube did it too, but Ice-T was doing
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna.
Yeah, because
I was
Ice Cube was in NWA.
But dude, yeah,
Ice T got
these
Coco.
fools.
I know you know who Coco is.
Oh yeah, everybody
Oh,
know who
yeah.
Coco is. Everybody listening know who Coco is.
But dude, yeah, I mean, they're not. These cats ain't Snoop Dogg or some of these OGs that actually were out there running this shit before they got into this shit. These were kids, 12, 13, 16 years old doing music. Damn well they ain't fucking running out there, running around affiliating with gangs until they get into the hip hop scene.
Hell fucking no. Soldier Boy's dad would have beat the fuck out that motherfucker and whatnot. Like, here's the thing. I would never think I would actually say this, man, but go look at Soldier Boy DVD. Go look at Soldier Boy movie. And go fact check and whatnot around the internet yourselves and whatnot. Do not believe what these people are saying. You will hear a lot of contradictions what Soldier Boy is saying in his DVD and whatnot to what he's trying to say now. I would never thought I would tell people to go look at that movie, but it's actually a pretty decent movie. Go look at that. That'll put a little bit of perspective. You'll see this man is lying.
Soldier Boy, the Soldier Boy line.
Yeah, Soldier Boy lying.
He's a pathological liar, man. Like he got this condominium that he got this penthouse that he claimed he spent $6 million. And one of the guys on YouTube from whom I follow basically exposed him because basically that penthouse that he supposedly purchased was actually a damn hotel. It's actually a room that you can rent. That's up to I think it's 800.
It's a rental.
Yeah, it's a rental, and you spend like 800 and I think it's $860 something a night. Like, why is you like why do you care so much to look rich? You know what I'm saying? To look in a public eye, like why does it bother you that much that you have to appear to be rich and have a lot of money? And you can tell. Obviously,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
To be honest with you,
Go ahead.
you could tell he's lying because I mean, you look through the penthouse, you don't see no clothes in the closet, you don't see anything. Like it just looks too clean, and then you got these housekeeping people coming up in there cleaning. Like that's how you know, like he's fraudulent. But why do you have to feel the need to put on an act like that?
Because they're trying to be hood rich is what they're trying to do. As big timers would say, I'm hood rich.
Well, that's the thing. Soldier Boy doesn't need to be hood rich. Soldier Boy made it when he was 16, 17 years old, man. I mean, come on. We all was there in 2007.
Oh, yeah.
And whatnot. We all saw the effect that he had on the culture as far as like hip hop, the youth, and all that. He was still an asshole. I mean, don't get me wrong. Soldier Boy, Soldier Boy was nothing like what he is now. I would say he's a little bit more humble, in my opinion. You have to go back and look at the videos, the interviews, and all this stuff. You'll see what I'm talking about. Soldier Boy, he was making money at a young age. Yeah, he was making good grades in school, but he was an asshole. That motherfucker had no sense of humility in his life at that time and whatnot. He was straight crapping on people and whatnot because he was making money. He was like, this was like a year or two later when he was on the Forbes list for making like $8-something million or whatnot for that year. To be a teenager and make that much money and whatnot, that's crazy. And for people to think that he lost it all, I would be mad too. Because Soulja Boy made a lot of money when he was younger. And he messed it up by himself because he wanted to be a gangster. So all that hood rich and all that other stuff, we already know that's not how he made it and whatnot. The whole world knows this.
Exactly. And
so,
you hear that it got robbed over the weekend in L.A., right?
I heard about that, yeah. He got robbed, and I bet you it's somebody that he knows.
Yep.
Of course, it's always like that.
Because he's sitting there false claiming a gang that he's not even in. You don't do stuff like that. But these rappers, once again, this gang affiliation, it goes back a long time, but it's just getting out of hand today. Nowadays, it's getting out of hand a little bit too much.
Yeah, people trying to perfect their image and do all this shit, dude. Man, don't do all that bullshit. Just be you, dude. That's what.
It's
Not
hard
many people
nowadays to
give.
do that, man. It's
Yeah,
hard. It's
Exactly. Yes, be him. People loved him better when he was doing him.
hard. Right. Do music,
Well,
man.
excuse me. People respected him better when he was doing it. People did bash on him for doing the dances, but hey, it was making money, and it was opening up doors for him. I always said that Soulja Boy should have been the next Nick Cannon. Like he should have been Nick Cannon times 3 and whatnot. As far as no, just listen. I know you laughing. He should have been Nick Cannon because remember, Nick Cannon started off young doing the whole, the movies, the whole Nickelodeon and whatnot, and that opened a lot of doors for him. Believe it or not, you
oh, it
laughing, but he
did.
making money.
Oh, he
Like
is.
currently, this man is making like over $15 million a year. I hope you know that.
Oh
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about Nick Cannon.
Yeah. We
So you can
know.
laugh all
Oh,
you want.
dude.
He making money.
I grew up in the '90s watching Nickelodeon. Of course, I know who Nick Cannon is.
Right.
So and and yeah, dude, he got a lot of doors open for him doing that shit.
Yeah,
And
he opened up a lot of doors too with Mariah Carey. She helped open up some of them damn doors too. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. But yeah, we
open up the
know
door
who he
straight
is.
to Eminem's face.
We know who he is. And the only thing I really liked him in was Wildin' Out. That was the only thing really decent. Other than that, I really couldn't. I was never a Nick Cannon fan. I'm gonna be honest
What?
with, nah, I just
Your
never was a
pops don't
fan.
like me.
Nah,
Your pops don't like me. You don't
mm-mm,
remember that?
No.
You don't remember?
mm-mm,
You ain't like Gigolo.
mm-mm,
You ain't like that song when it came out.
mm-mm.
You ain't like Love Don't Cost a Thing.
That movie was alright. And the only reason why I saw that is because my cousin kept fiending for me to watch it with him. And
All right,
we were
like
young.
dude, I lived by that movie when it first came out. I was a kid, but I mean, still, I mean,
It was. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna flex on it and say the movie was whack. Don't get me wrong, because when it came out, that shit was hot. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I liked it. It was dope. But other than that movie and Wildin' Out, that was it. Like I don't know. I just wasn't too much of a fan of him. He's just one of those guys that's in the industry. I'm like, oh, okay, I see some of your work, but like, I'm just not going to go out my way to like support or like pay attention to him or anything like that. But it was nothing like on no H type shit, nothing like that. I was just didn't feel a need to like watch his content.
hey, but here, guess what
And
though? I'm gonna say this: Nick Cannon used to be a blood back in L.A., but have you ever heard him say anything?
Mm-mm. See,
Exactly.
that's
That's
one
what I'm
thing
talking about.
that's what I like. That's one thing I respect about him because real G's move in silence. I mean, nobody's gonna sit up there and make a video telling on themselves like an idiot, and you got to let the whole world know what they are. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of
Yeah, he was
people.
trying to put that behind him and whatnot. Like he's not proud of that fact and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, look at a couple of his interviews. He mentions a lot from his childhood going on with the Nickelodeon thing. Him performing in the clubs when he was just a teenager, the adult clubs, and him being a gang member at an early age and whatnot. But you say he put that shit behind him and whatnot. It's like, yeah, go. I strongly recommend that you guys go look at some of his interviews and whatnot. But he needs to be an example for people and whatnot, that you don't sit there and glorify shit like that and you move on from stuff like that. Because here's the thing, I'm gonna say this: you got people trying to get out the hood, and these rappers are trying to go back.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I've been seeing that a lot lately. You got people trying to struggle, scratch and claw to get out the hood, and these rappers are trying to go back. Where's the real in that? Where's the real in that? Ain't nothing about that is real and whatnot. It's commendable.
yeah.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either, and I just love the fact. I know this is a little off topic, but I just love the fact that you got all these rappers that want to fight each other. You got 21 Savage wanting to fight 22 Savage. Well, 22 Savage wanting to fight 21 Savage.
That's canceled. That's off.
Right. Exactly, and then you got Kodak Black wants to fight Lil Wayne. I'm like, what in the world's going on?
I just saw that video today
Like,
too.
he can't even
I'm like,
talk.
dude,
He like,
you're a fool.
yeah, he can't even talk. He's like, I want to fight Lil Wayne. You a bitch. I wanna fight. I'm like, what are you saying? Dude, go back to school, man. What the fuck? You illiterate piece of shit with that fake gold in your goddamn mouth. You know what he remind me of? I'm looking at him through that video. He remind me of that black entity that was on Rocco Martin Life that was in hell with with that shit coming out the top of his head. That's when you squeeze it, milk come out. That's what the fuck he looked like. All jokes aside, man. He looks like he looks
Did you
like
say
that,
a fucking black entity?
yeah, you know that black entity that's on Rocco Martin Life. Remember when Rocco died and went to hell? No, Heifer. He died and went to hell, and he was on that TV show, and it was that
Yeah.
black mask looking dude that had them damn nipples on top of his head, and if you squeeze it, milk will come out that shit. Like whoever watched Rocco Martin Life back in the day, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know.
I think I remember. Yeah, I was a little kid.
Matter of fact,
Yeah.
for all my viewers that never watched Rocco Martin Life and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I would definitely leave the damn link to the picture in the description of what the hell Kodak Black looks like. Because all jokes aside, that motherfucker's an ugly ass SOB.
And he's just fool, straight fool.
Right. He's
Dude,
illiterate.
I don't even know who he is.
I don't understand why people support this fuckery nowadays, man. I just don't get it. I honestly don't.
He had some good music coming out. Project Baby had some good music and whatnot. When he had to fade before he started growing his hair, looking like Crazy Eyes from Orange Is the New Black. Motherfucker Kodak Black had some good music. Project Baby had some good music. Them Haitian, that's my Haitian boy down there. Yeah, man. Stall him out, Stefan. Stall him out.
No comment, man.
Man, and this is supposed to be the year without fuckery, and
Right.
it's already off.
It's already starting
Jumping
off
off.
crazy. It's already starting off crazy.
I mean, yeah, people want attention and, they want fame and whatnot. It's going to get worse in the future. I hope you guys know that. People are going to do anything just to get a little bit of money in their pocket and whatnot. And, hip-hop is becoming a lot younger. I don't know if you guys realize that also and whatnot. So everybody's trying to do something to get a little bit of fame, get a little bit of attention and whatnot to make it. Because you sit there, look at these rappers, 16, 17 years old. I fucking look at, Lil Mouse is about that age now. He about 16, 17. This nigga been rapping since he was 11, getting fucking money, all that damn cash and whatnot. And yeah, you look at people like Kodak Black, 22 Savage, who else?
Oh,
Fucking A-Town.
oh,
I don't know if anybody remembers A-Town.
hey, I don't mean to cut you off, and I'm sorry, but I found out the guy name. His name is Peaches. All my viewers, this is Kodak Black's twin. This is exactly what the hell Kodak Black looks like. I'm actually showing y'all right now. His name is Peaches. You remember Peaches, right?
Yeah, I do.
Y'all some mean motherfuckers, man.
Peaches, this guy in all black. That's exactly what Kodak Black looks like. All right, back to the
Wow.
topic. Back to the topic.
Said this nigga look like Peaches from Morocco's Modern Life.
Damn right. Look like Peaches from Rocco Martin Life. Straight up. Do a quick
Damn,
quick Google search. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But y'all niggas mean. But anyway. Hip hop is becoming younger, man. More people doing a lot more for attention.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And this is just the way it's gonna go. All these celebrity fights and all this
It's publicity.
beating people up on camera. Huh?
It's publicity. Everybody wants attention. That's
Exactly.
what it's all about. Everybody wants attention. Hey, look at me. Don't forget about me. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
money behind it.
Right. And it's annoying. It's the same with reality shows. You get, like look at Black Ink Crew. You get Sky doing backflips and doing everything with the fake butt, fake boobs, just for attention to get more appearances. And even Chicago, you got the other girl running around half naked. It's like attention equals money. You get what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah.
principle from what I'm saying. And another prime example, look at Caitlyn Jenner. Cut's Cut's favorite model. Caitlyn
You cold.
Caitlyn talking about releasing the damn nude picture. Yeah. Right.
Y'all, you know she still got her penis, right?
Oh, man. Cut, man. What you got going on?
Man, you cold.
No, she's
Cold
serious.
blooded.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
she did that, when she did the whole transformation, well, when he did the whole transformation, first of all, it was speculation that he did that because he didn't want to go to men's prison. Because he did murder somebody in a car accident. Like, was it a year or something previous to him doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, he did murder somebody in a car accident. By accident now. But when he did that, and he got that whole transformation, first of all, people speculation that he did it because he didn't want to go to jail. There was another, he did it for money, which, I mean, let's be honest now, they did have a documentary about it. They did have a documentary on the whole transformation. Second of all, here's the thing. When people asked him if he got the whole transformation, he said no, he still has his penis. When people asked him, well, are you planning on cutting it? He said no and whatnot. They asked him also, well, do you like men? He was like, no, I still like females and I'm not cutting off my penis. So that whole situation is fucking weird and whatnot. He just wants to be dressed up like a woman. He's not attracted to men. He's not cutting off his men part. And then there was actually previous news that Caitlyn or Bruce, whatever, I'm still calling him Bruce, is actually thinking about reversing that whole transformation shit to go back to being a man.
How are you going to reverse it when you've been doing it for 50 years almost?
Well, because he still has his genitalia and all that, still has it, so he can get all the other stuff removed and whatnot. And as far as the facial features and whatnot, that's surgery. I mean, yeah, the same way you got it, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like it was for attention. That whole Caitlyn Jenner, I mean, most people are going to say something, but I don't care. Because I honestly feel like it was for attention and whatnot. You didn't have to sit there and tell the world that you was going to do that. Like, you feel me?
Man, that's a
And then you
Kardashian,
made a
man.
whole damn documentary on E.
Yeah.
Notice E is the same place where they got the TV show, plus the other documentaries when Kim gets married and divorced and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm. Real crazy, man.
I feel you did it for fucking attention.
Yeah. Attention equal money.
And money. Because
Yeah.
he's getting more money now than he was when he was a man.
Yeah, of course. And then a lot of these TV shows nowadays, these people, they get paid per episode. Not per season, but per episode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then even when a rerun, same thing. They still get paid during reruns. But this is the trick, though. This is the catch when it comes to reruns. This is how it works. The more episode comes on, the less money you get. So let's say if the first time that episode aired, you get paid, I don't know, let's say $30,000, right? Second time
Yeah.
it airs, that same episode, like let's say it's a hit series and then they just rerunning it, right? Second time it airs, that same episode, you'll get paid again, but I'll say probably about like 20,000 instead of 30 from the original. And then it'll keep going down, further down. And how I know this is because of a documentary from one of the guys from the Cosby Show. Theo, the guy who played Theo, he actually did an interview discussing that the more a
Yeah.
show comes on, the less they get paid. All right. Anything else left over for pop news, Cuddy?
Nope. That's about it.
Alrighty. Let's know what's the next topic,
Oh
brother.
yeah. Let's talk about Drake's tour.
Oh, okay.
This is a landmark in hip hop. People gotta talk about this.
Jesus.
Summer 16 tour, which he did with Future. It's the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time. $1 billion in sales. And if I'm not mistaken, I think, yeah, it took down Jay-Z and Kanye West's Watch the Throne tour, which I think pulled in like $75 million back in 2000, 12. This is crazy, people.
Yeah.
Drake, once again, is crushing more records. Where's the stopping point for this man?
Man, everybody loves that guy, man. He has both fans, white, black, like whatever. He has every authenticity. That's the secret. Everybody loves him.
I ain't a fan.
Me neither. I'm a fan of his old work, but not none of this bubblegum garbage he got releasing right now.
I mean, I've been a fan of Drake since Thank Me Later, which actually thinking about that album and whatnot, the album was straight fucking hits. It was straight hits. Drake, it seems like Drake can't do no wrong at this point in his career and whatnot. The highest selling hip hop, I mean, come on, that has people mad. Because a lot of people don't even look at Drake as an authentic hip hop artist, even. And whatnot, getting all these records and breaking all these records and whatnot. Like, in my personal opinion, give Drake 5-6 more years, he's gonna be bigger than Tupac. Yeah.
No.
That's where you lost me.
If you think yes,
that's where you lost me.
No. Think about it. No
way. Ain't no way you compare Drake to Tupac, man.
Hey,
ain't no way.
You're saying that, but you gotta think about the younger generation.
Man, it doesn't
when
matter,
you sit there, got kids who are 19 who don't even know who fucking Tupac or Biggie Smalls is.
Nobody gonna know who
and whatnot. You gotta think about it. It's the new generation.
It doesn't matter. The new generation know who the Temptations were. So the new generation know who Prince is. They all know who
Michael Jackson
is. Like, it's just.
I know him. I know them too.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter when the new generation or the next generation from then is going to be played, because at the end of the day, classics is always going to exist, and it's never like nobody's.
I didn't say they were classics. I didn't say they were the best. I said as far as popularity.
Yeah, but
I didn't say the best.
Yeah,
I don't think Drake is the best rapper. Is he the best at what he as like breaking records? Yeah, I'm talking about strictly like popularity amongst the people and whatnot. He's been popping since what 2006, 2007 when he came out with the mixtapes and all the other stuff.
I think it was 9, because it was 8 when he was trying to make the deal with Wayne. He was still on Degrassi on 8, but he was trying. He was in transition.
But he still had earlier work. When was this? Because when did that album come out? That album came out in like 2000. The early. When did Thank Me Later come out?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was 2008, 2009.
I don't listen.
Because Take Care came out 11. Oh my God, you missing out, man. Yeah, I think that was like 2008 because I was in the 12th grade or whatever. No, I wasn't. I thought that was when I was like the 11th or whatever. Anyway, Drake is breaking records every time we sit there and look at this man. Every time we turn around, he's breaking a record. When I say strictly popularity, that's what I meant. I'm not talking about taking over a legacy, because he has a legacy of his own and whatnot. And a lot of people will come to the defense of a Tupac and whatnot. What I was strictly talking about was strictly.
He ain't Mike either.
Popularity.
He ain't more popular than Mike. He ain't Mike either. He ain't more popular than Michael Jackson. He ain't more popular than the Beatles were. Hell no.
Well, first of all, you can't make a comparison to Michael Jackson. Because Michael Jackson, let me tell you, let me say it. Michael Jackson is the most popular artist of all time across every genre. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
The Beatles were more popular than Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson has outsold the Beatles on albums.
Yep.
And he bought their catalog also. So yeah, he is the most popular. He's the most recognizable and whatnot, and the most well known and whatnot. And as far as money, this man made 850. No, what did he make, Stefan?
Who?
Last time I told you, Michael Jackson.
He made he made a lot of millions last year.
Didn't I tell you like he made like 850 million last year?
Yeah.
The man is dead.
His estate made that. He didn't make that. His estate made that off of his work.
Still, It still counts.
I know it counts, but you're trying to say popularity when you got Michael Jackson, you got the Beatles, shit, you got Tupac, you got Drake, who can't even shine a light to these people.
Not yet. You're saying that now, but guess what? You're talking about Michael Jackson and whatnot. These people took decades. You're saying that now, but in 7 years, it's going to be something totally different. Because, like I said,
he probably going to be acting again,
about
man.
it now,
right? In 7 years, he probably going to be acting
about
again.
The future. You know, who knows? 7 years from now, Tupac may be back from the dead. Nobody knows.
Right. And to be honest with you, he might be going back to acting in 7 years. That's what he originated.
I mean, he's still going to do. That's his bread and butter. I mean, yeah. Guess what? He's still going to go down as one of the greatest.
Yeah, this is funny.
He might. No way, man. He might.
No way, what you mean, might?
Ain't no way.
He
dude, look at the man's records. Look at this man breaking fucking records.
We're talking about the present. Man. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about the present.
He is the damn future. What are you talking? Oh my god! Like, dude,
you're talking about sales that happened last year, right? You're talking about 2016. His tour that broke records of last year.
But what? No, that was Michael Jackson. I'm talking about Drake.
No. You said Drake's tour broke records from last year. Oh,
I thought we were still.
Kanye, yeah. And Jay-Z's tour, but those tours and stuff, they happened in the past and they're happening now. They're not in the future. No, we're talking about records that stand right now. As of right now, Drake is not a better artist than Tupac was, Michael Jackson.
I didn't say better. I said popularity.
In popularity, no. Even in popularity right now, Drake still is not the best.
You a damn lie.
Yes, he's recognizable. That doesn't mean he's popular. That's two different things.
$85 million, the highest tour in history, and you gonna sit there and tell me that he's just recognizable?
He's more.
Let me tell you something. Eminem actually would have had the highest tour. I went out, but he had a family issue because they was gonna pay him like $100 million or some shit. It whatnot just to do that, so they would have made ass load more money off of that. I forget, it was one of his earlier albums, but he didn't fucking do it. So Drake has it now. And whatnot, Drake has the record and whatnot. You don't get that just by being recognizable. You get that through your music being good and whatnot, and you having hits. Like, I don't think you understand me. He has the highest selling tour in hip hop. We all had this discussion that the tours, that what shows have the biggest impact on the artist's career when that's really their bread and butter, at least today.
It is their bread and butter.
We said that last podcast.
Yeah.
So when I sit there and tell you that 85 million and it goes down as the highest grossing hip hop tour in history, outselling Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, Tupac, Kanye West, motherfucking Eminem, my favorite rapper of all damn time, Eminem, Ice-T, Run DMC. When I tell you it outsells all of those guys who put in work, who have albums, who are veterans, 20, 30-year veterans and whatnot, and you sitting there talking about it's because he's recognizable. No, it's because he has great music and the whole world loves this man. And just to be honest, and also to tell you, he actually missed a couple shows. He made $85 million over 54 shows. And he re-hurt his ankle. He re-injured his ankle. And whatnot. He actually missed a couple shows from the actual tour. He had to cancel a couple of them at towards the end and whatnot. So for you to sit there and say because he's recognizable, that doesn't make sense to me, man. He is the most popular artist right now. Yes, right now. I give you. I said Tupac. Do I think he's better than Tupac? No. Could he be in the future? Yes. Records are meant to be broken. Legacies are meant to be topped and whatnot. We see this every year. That's not taking nothing away from the artist. What Tupac and Biggie Smalls and what these people did, that's not taking nothing away from them. But guess what? The man died. We don't know what he could have went. He could have been more popular than he was now. Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls only had 2 albums, Ready to Die and Life After Death, and whatnot. Well, official albums and whatnot. They could have even been more popular than they are now, but they're not. So when I sit there and tell you that Drake can be, even more popular, yes, he can. We have not even yet to see as far as where he can actually go and whatnot, because it seems like every year he breaks new records and he becomes even more popular. And that's the point I'm trying to make to you, man. This right now is a stepping stone in hip hop as a whole. So we can have that discussion that he is going to be popular, that he could end up being more popular than Tupac. Yes, he can. Why? Because Tupac's not even alive right now. Of course, he can be more popular. The man, it can't even go against him because the man is dead. And if he was alive, he would be past his prime right now. So yes,
Dude,
I can make the statement.
you're talking about current
Oh God.
popularity. Out of people that have been doing it for, like you said, 20, 30 years. Yes, I said he's recognizable when I said popularity. I said those are two different things. I didn't say he's more recognizable than popular, or fuck, I don't know.
All I'm saying is this. Look,
But he's not right now. He's not the greatest. Nobody currently is the greatest. You cannot have somebody that's currently doing a bunch of shit because you don't know what they're going to be putting out in 6 months. He could put out
all I
an
gotta say
album
is this.
in 6 months and it flops.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
And he gonna still have the records.
he makes half on his tour that he did this past year. That happens in the music industry.
He's the greatest at this point in time. That's what I'm saying. I think that's why I got you mixed up, or I got mixed up, excuse me, or whatnot. Is he the greatest of all time? No. Is he the greatest at this point in time? Yes. There is a champion. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is there is going to always be a champion at the present moment in time. There's going to always be a champion. There's going to always be somebody that's going to be a king. When you talk about hip hop, when you talk about any genre, really, when you talk about music and whatnot, there's going to always be a current champion. And that's Drake. Drake has been doing this shit, been the current champion for like 2-3 fucking years. His last album, I just have to tell you, man, understand his whole last album was on the Billboard, what was it, top 100? And still understand, even to this very day, that Drake is still the most illegally downloaded artist of all time. You can go look that up. You don't have to take my word on it. You can go look it up yourselves. Which means he would have had millions more added to his record sales if like torrents and all that, if piracy didn't exist. That would have been millions on top of what he already has and whatnot, added to record sales and overall sales and whatnot, US and internationally. That's all I'm saying. He's the current champion. He's the current best of the best right now, and he deserves that title. That's what I was trying to say. When I say more popular, I mean more popular at this point in time. When Drake goes away, it could be, yeah, it could most definitely be somebody else. Lil Wayne had his time. Drake has his time right now.
Yeah, and you're
Jay-Z
correct.
had his time. Jay-Z even had his time. And that's what I mean by that.
Spin put out an article. I think it was Spin. One of the hip hop magazines put out an online article about Drake being the most illegally downloaded artist of like 2016 or 2015, one of the two. I'm just looking at them right real quick, just brushing through the pages. Because Bruno Mars was the most illegally downloaded artist of 2014. Rihanna and Bruno Mars of 2013, as well as, there's just a whole list of them.
I think they were talking about, the last article I read, they were talking about as far as like the actual downloads, like overall, like collectively. That's what they meant.
Fellas, are we on another topic or are we still on the pop news?
We still on top
6.
news?
We can talk about technology now.
Nah, man, we got to switch up topics. Our viewers, they
Yeah.
leaving us.
Yeah, dude. One of the things that we've been talking about lately, and we've been talking about a lot, is autonomy. You know, self-driving cars, even Tesla has semi-autonomous vehicles currently with the autopilot program, and we were talking about that last podcast.
Right.
Dude, the military just dropped a huge bombshell on us that they have. It's currently either a 500 million or $1 billion program for a autonomous drone swarm program. It is.
Now, what's that?
They have, not like the Predator drones or anything. These are like the drones that you can buy, but they're military grade, and they all have. There's not one operator per drone. They have 50 to 100 drones being dropped out of an airplane, and they send them coordinates, and they give the drones the authority to figure out what would be. Say they're searching for a terrorist. The drones basically swarm together and determine what would be the best way in the current situation, taking into account weather, topography, urban, rural area, stuff like that. And basically, what would be the best way to do a search or a grid search for this particular, asset that they're looking for? They can be used to not only for search and rescue, search and destroy, reconnaissance. The basic use of this is pretty much unlimited at this point. But the military just they came out with a report over the weekend, that they are this year. It's either at the beginning of this year or it was towards the end of last year that they are ramping up their autonomous drone swarm program. They've been doing this program for a couple of years now. It's always been a small program, but they just spiked it up to a massive level. And that's one thing that we're going to start seeing in the next couple of years is, and it won't be just for military. It'll be for, if we have another Boston bomber or Fort Lauderdale shooter, we don't have to send hundreds or thousands of police officers into a hostile area that, can end up taking a life. As we saw with Fort Lauderdale, we had 2 officers killed in that, which is a shame. They're going. We can send these drones in, and they will have cameras on them. They have sonar that helps them recognize areas, buildings, topography, all that. And basically, they just go in and search for what, the person that they're looking for. That's something that I was actually blown away, because I haven't even heard about that that program getting that much of a hike.
I mean, I think it's cool as long as they can, no glitches or nothing like that. Then cool. I think it's cool. I still think there needs to be a person behind it. Like, remember,
there'll be multiple people behind it, but they won't actually be controlling, individual drones.
That's what I'm talking about.
They'll be controlling, the swarm mentality, as it's put. They will putting in the the directions that the drones are supposed to be going. So it's not, you know, they'll be giving the drones orders, pretty much.
I guess that's cool, but I mean, still, I think there needs to be a person and whatnot still behind.
And I imagine there will be. I mean, I can't imagine that, you know, we have a potential Skynet incident. I mean, I hate to put it a corny way like that, but you know, that's true. That's, you don't want to give, as we talked about in, you know, the past couple podcasts, is we don't want to give
artificial intelligence control over certain things.
Or, you know, we don't want to give a machine too much control.
Right. To the point where it starts overriding everything, all our attempts and stuff like that, and then next thing you know,
and making its own decisions and whatnot based off of past experiences
right.
and shit like that.
Right.
Yep. But I just wanted to drop that piece of news because, like I said, I hadn't even heard about that, and you know, the field that I work in, you know, I tend to keep up a little bit more on those types of things, but this took me by surprise.
I mean, this is cool, whatever, but I mean, I think there needs to be a person. You remember Cutthroat?
Yeah.
Like, remember the UAVs?
Yeah.
All right, how people was controlling them? Yeah. All right, like how people controlled them from a base or whatnot?
Yeah, like the Predator drone and all that, yeah.
All right, now I remember when them things used to take out terrorists. I think they still do.
Yep,
and whatnot.
They do.
But there's a person. The point thing is, there's a person controlling it.
Yeah, they sit at a, you know, a station here at the States, or on a battle, you know, on a ship, or, you know,
or a base somewhere nearby or something like that. Yeah,
correct. But these drones aren't. It takes. I mean, you could fill up a truck with like 150 of these drones. I mean, these drones aren't super big. They're made to be disposable. You know, they're not the ultra high, highly expensive. You know, the drones that cost, you know, $16 million for one drone, or some, you know, some crazy like that. As a you know, a normal defense contractor would charge the military to
not cost efficient.
Yeah. These drones are, like I said, they're the size of the ones that you can buy at a store, but they only have basic functions. They're not going to be super high intelligent or anything like that, but there's going to be a lot of them.
Well, let me
that's the whole point.
Let me ask you this: do these drones, are they able to seek body heat or heart rate and stuff like that? Like, that's my main concern. Is it able to go stealth mode, or, you know, like?
Well, I mean, with the current motors and stuff that are in them, they, you know how those the speed drones had that high pitched whine,
right?
You know,
yeah.
You know, if you're in an area with these drones, you can hear them.
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay.
The ones that they have that are being tested at this point, they're not 100% stealth.
Oh, okay. So how would that stuff technology work?
It'll work just like, you know, a lot of the stealth airplanes. They'll probably be pulling electronics down further into the actual machine. That way to cut down on the noise pollution that, you know, the high pitch whine of an electric motor gives, or something like that. You know, there is ways to bring these to be more stealthy, but the ones that they have testing, they're not built for stealth. They're built just to be used. They were doing demonstrations of how they would do landings.
Right.
They did soft landings, or what would be a controlled landing, kind of. Basically, they just they told the drone to fly into a net. You know, if the drone missed the net and hit the ground, and broke, it doesn't really matter because these drones are being made to be disposable, and that's one of the things that's making them making a lot of noise because currently we have high value machinery for drones. They cost millions of dollars,
Oh
not to
yeah.
just not to just produce, but to maintain, to fly, all that stuff, to arm, to put the technology to be able to see from the far distances with your infrared or night vision technology. These aren't. I don't think they will be in a class of the highly the drones that we currently have in military service. That's just speculation. I'm just speculating on that.
Right.
Who knows? I mean, there's been innovations that we've been making for the past couple of years that's just ridiculous. Like I said, I'd known there had been a small program for drones going on for quite a while, but for them to get a budget hike like this, to me, was just unprecedented, in my opinion. Um, and a lot of that stuff we're seeing it at CES, which is also a great segue into doing our CES recap and wrap up. So I mean, and as we know, CES has the biggest hit at CES this year were the TVs. They're generally always a large hit at CES. So, we're a society that loves our TV. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there are the two TVs that I saw that made the biggest impression on me were the LG Signature W OLED and the Samsung's QED.
Oh yeah,
Now,
that quantum dot.
yeah, that quantum dot is something fierce.
Yes, 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 Lord.
But the Signature W OLED is something fierce too. I we've been hearing bits and pieces of rumors that they're making, they're going to be making a TV as thin as wallpaper. Well, folks have done it. You know, the all the adapters are in the actual base of the TV. All your hookups, your audio, your cable, your HDMI, all that stuff's going to be in the base. The the speakers are actually uh, upward facing speakers, and what they'll do is the speakers will bounce the sound off your ceiling and back down to where you're located. Whether you're on your couch, love seat, recliner, whatever. Um, it's simply just a beautiful piece of technology, and I hope we see that release this year. If not, I pray that we see it next year because that's definitely a game changer.
So let me ask you this: if you had to choose, right? Let's just say budget is not an issue. You had to choose. Let's say you had Oprah Winfrey type of money. If you had to choose between, let's say if you had to choose, right, between LG's flagship OLED TV or Samsung's Quantum Dot TV, which one would it be? For both 4K, both support HDR. Which one would it be?
Um, Damn, that's to be honest with you, I don't know. I'd be in the jam because I don't know I'd probably buy both. If I have Oprah Winfrey money, I'm buying both. um,
You understand the purpose, though,
that
right? The
yeah
purpose
yeah
of
that
quantum dot and OLED. See, what I like about OLED is, see, OLED to me has advantages and its disadvantages. Like for instance, the OLED advantage is that you get the true blacks. They turn off the pixel completely,
yeah
so you get the
yep.
true blacks, and the colors are so sharp. Now with quantum dot, what that does is it doesn't turn the
You get a
pixel.
lot of the softer.
Right.
You get a lot of the softer colors come
Right.
through on that dot. And if you, in all honesty, it I can't choose because a lot of the TV and movies that I watch a wide range of shit. And so I'd be if I get one or the other, I'm probably gonna be losing out on something I watch because it won't be the best that the best that it could be optimized at with that particular programming, whether it be a movie, a TV show, an event, something crazy. But the Samsung's QLED, they actually have the speakers inside the TV. The speakers actually vibrate the screen and come at you from the TV. I don't know how the sound on that is. That would be probably the deciding factor.
It's not going to be that good.
It's not gonna be the picture that decides it for me because you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna get ups and downs with both. It's gonna come down to something like sound, And again, I don't know how the LG's sound is either. I wasn't at CES. I would have loved to go on, but
see,
the thing about that, when you said sound,
you go ahead.
What's that stuff?
I'll let my man go. You go ahead, Chris.
The thing about sound and whatnot that's not going to change for a while is they purposely make it not sound that great to get you to buy the sound bar or the sound setup and whatnot that they offer. Done. So you talk about sound and TV. You can go ahead and basically, it's not going to be that good. Go ahead and make that, assumption because it's just the marketing part of it where they intentionally not make it that good. So you can sit there and buy another one of the products, which is the sound bar, the speakers, and all that other good stuff.
Well, the sound, they've got to make the sound good or they won't sell the TV because nobody's going to want to buy a TV and then go out and buy a sound bar just to be able to hear something.
Well, if you can afford the TV, then they're going to think you can afford the sound bar.
And that's
the marketing side.
Yeah, that's a good marketing assumption. But the assumption on that is the sound bars are to enhance the audio experience, not to be the audio experience. You know what I mean? They're there to give you more sound and better sound. They're not designed to be the sole audio source for a TV. And if TVs go into that, TV manufacturers, go towards that, they're going to start seeing backlash from the consumers because the consumers are going to be pissed. A TV should come with both visual and sound. Even if they don't make it as great as they should, I still think the sound will be all right enough. But you're gonna see a difference in the sound, whether it's coming from from actual speakers that are, or the actual TV itself.
Now,
you have
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the speakers inside the TV, or they got to worry about sound vibrating, whatever they're using for to hold their medium in place for what they're putting, where they're putting the picture, whether it's plasma, crystal LEDs, or whatever that medium is. That's one thing that concerns me a little bit about the dot is the Q LED is they're the sound affecting the actual visuals of the TV. With LG, they don't have to worry about that.
Now, Chris, it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that about the sound systems because Vizio actually has a reference series. A lot for my viewers that's listening right now. This is the order with Vizio. Reference series is the top-notch flagship series of Vizio. Right after reference is P. Right after the P series is the E series. After the E is the M. No, I'm sorry. It's the P, then it's the M. After the M is the E, then after the E is the D. The D is the lowest, cheapest, garbage, most wackest Vizio TV that you can possibly get. However, some D series are decent, but the 2017 D series is pretty okay. But anyway, long story short, the back to what I was saying, the actual flagship TV for Vizio is the reference series, which is the R series, and that one is the 65 inch. I believe it's I want to say it's like 5,000 or 6,000, like equivalent to the price of an OLED. And it is the display is not an OLED display, however, it's damn near close to it. What I mean by that is close to it is because instead of getting 128 local dimming zones, you get about, I believe it's 265 or 260 something local dimming zones. That's the highest amount of local dimming zones that a TV has got on record. Local dimming, for those of you who don't know what local dimming is a feature, a software, a program that dims the colors, so that dims the black so that you can get that true OLED like blacks. So technically, if it's not a OLED display, it's more of a VA display, but you're getting all your blacks turned down to black, so that your blacks is real concrete equivalent to OLED. Now, outside of the 65 inch, the next inch they have is the 80 inch, and back to what Chris said is the 80 inch. You might want to unloosen your tie for this one because the 80 inch is actually 6 freaking figures. It's actually 100. that SOB is actually 6 figures in cost. Now, being that the TV is 6 figures, here's the meat to the puzzle. The TV ships with the local dimming. It comes with a it doesn't come with a built-in soundbar like the 65 inch. The 65 inch comes with a built-in soundbar that's under the TV. Now the 80 inch, however, ships with just the TV itself. And here's the catch, ladies and gentlemen. There's no speakers that comes installed on the TV because just like what Chris said, Vizio basically saying if you can afford 6 figures for this television, you can afford more money for a sound bar.
Exactly.
Which is crazy.
Exactly.
Which is bananas.
That's the marketing side of it. They want you to sit there and spend more money. It's the attachments. We live in a time where you always got to buy something else to add to the actual main product.
But that's not for the every consumer, the every man. You know what I mean? That not everybody's going to sit there and spend 6 figures on a TV. Right. And I and with that being a marketing thing with them, if you can afford our 6-figure TV, you can afford the soundbar. But we're talking about regular, everyday consumer electronics. Your TV that you might spend a couple grand on.
Yeah, right.
Depending on the make, model, and features. But with the TVs getting a lot thinner and a lot better, that's blazing trails for the computers are coming in crazy as well. For one, I don't know if you guys saw, but did you see the Dell Canvas?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the LG Signature W. It's a thin mat that basically is your computer. I mean, you can have two. One be your interactive display, and one be your main display. Um, it comes with stylists and all that. I, I think that's going to be revolutionary. Because in a lot of sci-fi, you always saw computers where they were the flat display that and then in the interactive display part of it. And so I think we're seeing a lot of the consumer electronics go be inspired by a lot of uh, previous leaps made by the entertainment industry, especially sci-fi and stuff like that. Um, Along and with especially with the three screen laptop, that new gaming laptop. I can't remember who it was, who made it,
Nvidia,
but
Nvidia,
Nvidia.
yeah, Nvidia Shield, I believe.
Yeah. Um, it's three screens that fold out into a uh, an array, a small three screen array, but they slide together and make a single laptop. What I saw on that, it was pretty cool, but it it was awkward because it looked more like a concept computer than it did an actual working, functioning, something almost ready for market. And come to find out, they had they had the two display models or prototypes or whatever at CES get stolen, and they're trying to find out, trying to get those some bitches back. They're worried about it being corporate espionage. Uh, that's huge in the electronic uh, industry. That's something that the feds take really serious.
Oops.
Um, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I completely agree though. But back to the last topic. I know we moved on from the televisions, but I can actually vouch for you on that as far as with the LG. I own the LG UF 6450 4K TV. It doesn't include HDR because I got it the year before HDR was released. The speakers on it is garbage. Garbage, man. Straight garbage.
yeah, but they came with speakers, and the speakers do work and have a purpose. So you don't have to rush out and buy a sound bar, but
Right.
they're gonna encourage it. Is what
Right.
they're going to do.
And the
And,
best
and
thing
I
to
and I
counter
think
it,
that's what Chris was trying to say, was that's one of their marketing. That's the marketing play that they're trying to do. They're trying to make you, encourage you to buy additional
hmm
um, products. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
you're fine. But for some time, a lot of people feel like they feel intimidated to upgrade to 4K. Let me tell you this for all my viewers: if you're looking for a 4K TV, make sure it got HDR on it. Don't go rushing out there and just get a 4K TV and think you're set for life. No, that's not the case. You need HDR. However, HDR, in my opinion, oversaturate the colors. The reason why I feel that way is because yeah, HD, it depends on it depends, it really depends on the television. If you got a LG TV, right, and it got 4K on it, and let's say you got the cheaper brand like the UF 6450, or if you got a cheaper brand like the UH 6450 or whatever, I really recommend you get LG with 4K on it because typically LG TVs don't have local dimming. They don't want the consumer to know that. So without local dimming, your colors is gonna look ashy as shit. So if you got 4K, I mean the colors are still going. I mean the picture itself is going to look good. The resolution is going to look good, but the actual colors like the reds, the blues, and stuff like that, and even the black levels is going to look washed out.
Yo,
Now,
what's up, yo?
what's up? What's up? What's up? It's our new guest. We got a new guest. His name is Sean. Introduce yourself, player.
Yo, what's good? Yo, this Sean. Me and Steph went to high school together. What's good, man?
Nothing, man. We actually on the topic as far as recovering CES 2017, and I was actually talking about the different technologies of televisions, and like I was saying, like if you have an LG television, it's mandatory that you get an LG with HDR on it because I mean the color without it, like my TV for instance, HDR wasn't out. I got my TV in 2015. HDR didn't come out to 2016, so I was one of those
Yeah.
people that was asked out. So I got it now. I got a 4K TV that I'm stuck with, but I'm still happy with. To the average
Yeah,
consumer,
actually,
huh?
yo, Steph, I know a way around that little loophole.
What's up?
Can't you just get a? 'Cause I just bought a LG TV. I got the newer version of your TV, right? And I was
Right.
talking to customer service and shit, right? What you can't do is put the Walmart warranty on your TV. You can just say that it's like defective or whatever. And they could upgrade your TV to the newer one, the newer LG.
I like that. I may take that because I believe, but I didn't get it from Walmart. That's what sucks about it. I got mine from Sam's Club. Womp womp womp.
Oh yeah. Go through Walmart though, you straight. So like when I get paid, I'm gonna cop the little warranty shit, and I'll be fine.
That's definitely a nice little loophole. But as for my Vizio owners that's out there that's listening to the podcast, as for Vizio, see Vizio comes with local dimming. It already comes with a color gamut, which already makes the colors real sharp and bright, and the local dimming makes your blacks accurate. Now plus the the HDR. In my opinion, it oversaturates it. It oversaturated because the display for one is VA. It's not an IPS display. For two, it's the colors is not washed out because of the local dimming zones. It has 128 local dimming zones. And for three, the color gamut. I mean, look on the iPhone 7. The display on the iPhone 7 looks decent. I mean, it looks amazing in some areas because of the color gamut. It helps boost the colors to make it look better and
Yeah.
more vibrant. But in my opinion, if you got all of that going on in the background, HDR on top of that makes it overkill, man. I was watching an HDR movie on Netflix the other day, and I was like, goodness gracious, this shit like a bootleg. Like the colors is real bright, but it felt oversaturated. But this brings me back to the topic from back in the early 2010, back when Vizio, a lot of people were sleeping on Vizio. A lot of people were saying, oh, Vizio because Vizio
It's
was
just a Walmart
advertising.
brand or it's a store brand TV. It's not that good or whatnot.
Right. And a lot of people was overlooking Vizio because Vizio at the time, this is way before HDR was out. Vizio was actually advertising the high contrast ratio. High contrast ratio is 1 million by 100,000, and the high contrast ratio acts as if HDR is acting now. And a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people wasn't used to that. So Vizio took a lot of hit and a lot of flack because back then in the early 2000s, like 2008, 2009, 2010, when flat screens first were coming out, they was like, oh, I don't like Vizio. The colors is too oversaturated. That's the same shit they used to say about the Samsung Galaxy S5 and the Samsung Galaxy S4. Oh, that Super AMOLED display is too oversaturated. Now HDR comes out and everybody's like, oh my God, the colors is amazing. Look at the colors. Look at the blue colors. Lord, look at the blue colors. Look at the yellow. Look at the red. Look at the purple. Lord. Now everybody's acting like that. But back then, when Vizio and Samsung brought that technology back out to the table, oh, the colors is too oversaturated. Look at the reds. Look at the reds is bloodshot red. It'll stain your television. You see, I really feel like history repeats itself and people bash technology when it's out before their time. Prime example, the Samsung Galaxy Note 1 and 2. Everybody was clowning the sizes. Look at that big ass tablet phone. I ain't no way I'm gonna touch that phone. That phone is huge. Now look, Everybody and their mother got a phone that's the size
You
of
got
6 inches,
this
5
iPhone
cents.
6
Right,
Plus.
right,
You
right,
got the
right.
iPhone 7 Plus.
So
I mean, you're dealing with phones that are a lot massive. And because back in the day, dude, all it was people wanting, how small can we make the phone?
right,
You know, let's see how small we can make it.
right. But
But
a lot of people just bash technology they're not used to at the moment. That's my point I was trying to get across. Oh,
you
damn.
know how we were talking last podcast about getting when we bought our Xboxes and stuff, how the storage, they came out with the option for external storage devices and stuff like that. Kingston just dropped the 2 terabyte flash drive.
Ooh, bam.
It's hell of a lot bulkier than a lot of the flash drives, but damn, it's powerful.
That's love, man.
Another thing that I saw a little snippet on was these smart glasses, and the idea of them is, you know, police with body cams and stuff like that. Well, these smart glasses can be used as body cams as well, because there's sensors where you look through, the actual lens of the glass um, tracks where your eye is, and that's where your eye's at is where it tells the camera to point. So I don't know how well that's going to work out, because you're not, if people aren't seeing a full picture, you're going to miss stuff. I I don't know. Like I said, I just saw a little snippet on that. I don't know much about it, but um, let's jump into let's revisit the cars. We've been seeing a lot of, especially with the Detroit Auto Show happening this week. We're seeing a lot of concept cars coming out, um, and and there's even cars that are hitting the market now that are breaking records. People with electric cars, you know, they don't want to spend the 120,000 on a Tesla to be able to have, 180 to 150 miles per charge. Well, Chevy Bolt just dropped, and they have close to 250 miles per charge on their car, which I think is going to boost electric cars into the main market, because that's one thing a lot of people have been stressing over, is how far are you going to get on one charge. You're going to have people that they say you get 100 miles on every charge. Okay, so you can go 30 miles one way, 30 miles back on a charge, and that's with traffic and all that good jazz. um but now, once now that we're getting to the point where we can make the electric cars have a wider range without being recharged, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more electric cars on the mainstream market. um
Right, right.
Especially with, like I said, with the Chevy Bolt that just came out. um BMW actually has, with I don't know if it was CES or if it's the Detroit Auto Show, but they have a new uh, holographic heads-up display on as for their dash. That thing's supposed to be just crazy futuristic. Now, like I said, I don't know if this is the auto show or CES. If it's the auto show, a lot of these features we're not gonna see for a while, because these are a lot of them are concept cars. We're just to throw it out there. the Ford Bronco has been confirmed for 2020. There will be a release of the Ford Bronco in 2020.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, Volkswagen just dropped a concept for what's called a microvan. When I saw it, I was like, "Damn, that look," And a lot of people said the same
Really?
thing. Damn, that looks like the Mystery Machine. Yeah, dude, it's straight up. Um, you seen the remake of the reboot of National Lampoon's National Lampoon's Vacation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the the new micro van is a lot like that. Um, they were saying that the pilot's chair, the driver's chair, does will be able to shift side to side as well as front and back.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um,
cool.
I mean, it just has it's a lot sleeker. I imagine that the doors on it will open automatically, kind of like the automatic doors you walk through, like at Walmart or any big box store. Um, We've seen that on a lot of the cars from the Detroit Auto Show. But that's pretty much it. The only other thing from CES that I have is um, I saw a robot that's to me it looked like it was just a little robot glued to a Roomba or some crazy shit like that. It, it's called Curry, and they're hoping to. It's actually a voice activation and voice recognition robot, um, and they're hoping to be able to link it to other activation and voice recognition uh, products soon, like Amazon's Echo, Google Home, Siri. Those types of things is they're that's what they're hoping to do with Curry in the near future. Lord knows what the hell they'll be able to do with it. But I mean, I only saw a quick little video on it. It looked pretty cool. Um, but again, I don't know what security features are in it or anything like that. They did say that it does have a small sonar device in it that allows it to circumnavigate your home without running into things. So,
That's pretty cool.
but other than that, that's all I really know about it.
Nice,
That's
nice,
that's
nice.
that's pretty much all I've got from Seth as a as a wrap up for that. I mean, it was an amazing show. There was a hell of a lot of good products that look like that they'll be coming out really soon. Um, really excited to have some of this stuff hit the market. Hoping some of it's affordable because I sure as hell would love to get my hands on some of it. I don't know about y'all.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. And I actually, for my viewers that's out there listening and watching, I'm just ordered an Amazon Fire TV, and you bet your ass I plan on putting kodi on it. So
You
those
got
of
to.
you, you bet your ass I'm planning on putting kodi on that motherfucker and cutting the cord, cutting the cable cord. Shit,
Shout out
'cause-
to Cody, yo.
yeah, shout out to Kodi.
Yo, yo, Steph.
Yes sir.
I got a question, man. I noticed something, man. I went to Best Buy and like GameStop and shit. 'Cause I got a PS4 right a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And is it just me or like what I noticed is like there's really no games on Xbox One and like PS4 like how it used to be for like PS2. That shit is crazy to me. Like I was
Yeah.
like going through the games. I'm like, yo, there's only one aisle for video games. Back in the day when I was in high school, there was like 16 shelves of games and I could choose from anything. And it's like to me, like is it developers running out of stuff to make? Or they just don't have the budget like how they used to?
The budget like they used to, because
Yeah,
nowadays these AAA games that comes out cost a lot of money, man. I mean, we talking about
Exactly.
box office money.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, they're coming out at millions of dollars, not only to just market, but to build. I mean, especially a lot of these AAA games,
Mm-hmm.
they have people, they have development teams from 5, 6 different countries working on this,
Right, and
and that's what's killing a lot of the market. Is you're having these big box, uh, box office, like Activision, and a lot of them, they're only able to put out a couple of uh for cross platform a year. Not like it used to be.
To me, it's like
Yeah,
that shit. It kind of to me is just hurting the whole industry as a whole because like back in the day, like you have smaller companies making games, and it will come down to the actual community whether or not they supported it. If a sequel will come out, now it's like they'll put all this money into a AAA game. The shit will be trash. It'll tank, and then now you're just stuck with like Halo 6 and 7 and Gears 8. Like I'm tired of playing that shit personally.
right,
Like I don't know how much more Halo I can do. Like there's not much more you can do at this point. Like it's the same concept, same story, the same reimagining of Master Chief. Just giving like example for Halo. Like I'm just in Call of Duty, I'm done with that shit completely. I've had enough of that shit. Like come on, like that's what I'm saying. It kind of sucks because like the budgets does cost a lot of money to make these games. But at the same time, it's like, where's the original ideas? And when those original ideas do happen, I feel like the community as a whole, they don't support that. And eventually that company tanks or they get swallowed by a bigger company like Microsoft, and then you never hear from them again. So I feel like we getting the same games over and over, pretty much because of the community keeps letting games like Call of Duty happen every year and shit like that until, people stop buying all these dumbass games, you
right.
know.
yeah, but whatnot. It does cost a lot to make, video games. These studios and whatnot. Like what was it? Well, Rockstar Games and whatnot. I think GTA 5 costs $265 million to make.
Yeah,
That's true. Damn, that's a lot of
yeah,
money. Yeah,
Just
true.
I'm talking about developing and marketing now.
right.
So it's not just the actual. I mean, still 265 million. Now
And
they
then,
did make their
That's
money
a
back, most
oh
definitely.
They
hell
definitely
yeah!
did. That first week they made their money back.
Exactly.
First day, what? That first day they made that shit back. That first week
True.
they was pulling $1 billion. That first week they was
But
pulling it.
That's true. Like
I mean,
my
it
thing is
shows you.
my thing is I understand that development like y'all said like I brought up some good points I didn't think about like development that's a lot of money, but at the same time I feel like it also comes down to the consumers because if you don't support products like that, it'll force these companies to actually make original and creative games opposed to playing it safe every year and making the same shit over and over. Like I don't know how many times like I play Call of Duty Black Ops or Modern Warfare 8 or whatever. It's the same game. Like maybe the graphics are a little bit shinier. Same like textures are a little bit shinier. It's the same game.
Even
The,
the
the engine
engine.
does the engine
Yeah,
doesn't change that much. Like it really
like
comes
yeah.
down to the consumer.
What?
I get what you're saying on that. Stefan made a great point. I think it was his last podcast or it was a personal conversation I had with him whatnot, where he's talking about they should do nothing but just start making remakes of all the Call of Duty games and whatnot. Just focus on the remakes.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, they need to remaster everything because, in my opinion, with Call of Duty, the problem with Call of Duty is that it's very repetitive. They got the same engine. There's nothing new. You got all this
There's nothing new.
futuristic bullshit flying around, all these kill streaks. No, remaster. Bring that shit back down to the roots. Bring back Call of Duty finest hour. Bring back Big Red 1, where I was slamming motherfuckers in. Bring back Call of Duty
Yep.
2, that was on the original Xbox 360. Bring back Call of Duty 3. Bring back Black Ops 1. That's it. I don't want to see 2 or
Yo,
3.
Steph.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you know what the problem is though? The problem with that statement though is like they're gonna try to do that. Like similar, they did the whole World at War thing, and that shit didn't really do that well compared to the modern. Because like honestly, all the shit like Black Ops, it comes down to like the sales, man. It comes down to the consumers. If people keep buying the stupid shit like Black Ops 3 and like Infinity Warfare, they're gonna keep bringing that shit out because they're making so much money off of it. So it's not even up to the developers. Like I feel like gamers as a whole, like the community, if they stop supporting shit like that, those games are not going to exist anymore. The same thing like with Battlefield. They went back to the roots, nigga, and the game was good.
Yeah, yeah.
Battlefield 1 is dope as fuck.
True. Man,
It just shows you like if they support something and take a stand on something,
but here's
it
the
should
good
be straight.
news. Here's the good news, bro. If you didn't
But
know, Call of Duty's definitely declining in sales because we are finally answering back with our pockets. These
Yeah,
people are finally waking up and tired of buying the same shit. Check this out. 2010. Let's rewind time 2010 where Modern Warfare 2 was out. Okay?
that was my shit.
Modern Warfare
Yeah,
2 for literally a whole entire year and a half after its release. The damn game was still $60.
yeah,
Now,
that shit's insane.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. Now, this piece of shit that's out right now, Call of Duty Infinite. That son of a
Oh yeah,
bitch went on sale
yo,
at
Steph, my fault.
30%.
I meant
Huh?
to, I meant to ask you, yo, can I curse in this podcast? I've been cursing a lot. I didn't know if I could.
Sure, but just not too much.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. My fault. Just curious.
Yeah, just not too much. But
Sorry.
now that garbage that's out right now, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, they already marked it down after 2 weeks of its release. And hell, Black Friday, you was able to get it for $1. You was able to get it for $1 if you traded in something else.
That's
So
unheard of, yo, for Call of
Dude,
Duty.
that's unheard of.
I only bought that game. I only bought that game for the remastered Modern Warfare.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody does
And
it.
see, that's how they tricked y'all. That's how they
I
tricked
got.
y'all. They tricked y'all because they said, "Look,
I mean,
you
I play
cannot
it every
play
now and
this
then,
shit."
but I play that remastered. Dude, that's one of the first Modern Warfare games is one of the top selling, best of all time Call of Duty games, and
Absolutely,
That game is
they brought
dope.
it back to the roots.
absolutely. I remember reading about it in the newspaper, in the New York Times, 2008. I cannot forget. Game of the year.
Yo, Steph, yo, do you remember in high school, son? How many hours you put into like playing online, overgrown and all that?
Man,
Play that
my
game all the time, man. That was to me one of my favorite Call of Duties.
see, high school, we didn't have the money to buy numerous video games, so we only bought games that had an online to it to make it last.
Yeah, Gears of War. You got
Right.
Modern
Oh
Warfare.
yeah, dude. No, and once the Xbox 360 dropped and Xbox Live became more popular amongst gamers, or gaming online became more popular with gamers. A lot of people buy games strictly for online. That's why we saw Titanfall, because that was the first game Microsoft decided to come out with an online only game, no matter if it was campaign or multiplayer. It was online, and it did pretty well.
I
But
like Titanfall. That
but
shit was dope.
yeah, it was, and it still is. I'll pop that motherfucker in right now and play it.
Damn right.
But
And I'm behind you.
uh,
Only got one problem with Titanfall personally when I first bought it. The thing I started to notice with a lot of companies, which I don't like what they do. I hate companies that release half-ass video games. For example, when I had Titanfall, I think it was only like 4 or 5 maps. They how much space does a Blu-ray hold? Like what? How many gigs?
50.
I forgot.
50.
dude, that's the trap of DLC, and
Yep.
that's one of the
No,
one of the
I'm saying I
downfalls
hate that.
of
Oh, I hate
the
that shit with
gaming
a passion.
industry.
That shit is killing the industry. Like for example, Capcom is famous for that shit. I think I bought Resident Evil 5 and it was on some fuck shit. I remember I was trying to go to like one of the features and it was a question mark and it's grayed out. I'm like, so you telling me this feature isn't available? I have to pay to download it. So this shit is on the game, so I have to unlock it by paying for it. I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, this shit is crazy. And then EA Sports started going crazy with that shit too. Like
I remember they did
it's
that
pretty.
shit with Mortal Kombat. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
fucking gave
bro.
up. I gave up, man. I swear to God, I gave up after that, man. I was like, man, this is bullshit.
I'm like, you
yep.
paying me for content that's already on the disc, but I have to unlock it? Like for real?
Or they'll
Like I
get
already
you
paid
the
60.
season pass,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then what they've done is they've actually started charging an annual fee for a season pass. So
Mm-hmm.
not only do you have to pay a season pass, buy the season pass, but you have to pay annually for it,
Right.
which is complete bullshit as well. Because I'm already paying it. I'm already paying $60 to play online. I'm not going to be, an extra $20 a year just to play the game
Yeah,
online.
that shit is insane because you paying for the game, you paying for the service of PSN or Xbox Live, but that's 50 a year. So
Mm-hmm.
that in the game plus the game, so you paying for additional add-ons. That should have been with the game. Like to
Enhance
me,
it.
at this point, they're killing it. It reminds me of like MTA in New York. You're already getting raped on the fare. You paying $2 to get on the train. You know they keep increasing the prices, but the service doesn't get better. So it's like, what am I really paying for?
Well, see, I can understand the original intent behind the DLC. You want to pay a little bit extra later down the road. And when you come up with something, yeah, we'll give it to you.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
on day one, to have stuff ready for the game and you can't get it because you didn't pay an extra $20 for the game is bullshit.
Yo,
Is
it's a
and it's
slap. Yo, it's a slap in the face.
And then
yeah,
For real.
the DLC is not even guaranteed because a lot of times they cancel the shit or they take some content out to release some other stuff that's not included in the season pass. So
Shout out
that's
to the
yeah,
division.
you know what I'm saying. So you gotta shout out to everybody out there listening to this podcast because y'all gotta be careful of the stuff y'all buy and stop supporting this foolishness like for real because it's only gonna get worse.
yeah, dude. I mean, I've completely stopped supporting a hell of a lot of it. Um, I mean, like I said, the most recent game I bought was Call of Duty, and that's only because I wanted the remastered
Yo, I got a question
Call of
about
Duty
that.
4.
The remaster. Do you have to buy the new one to
Yes,
get the
Yeah.
remaster? Oh,
yes,
I'm
Yep.
done.
they
Fuck
did it.
them.
They did it perfect. They
I'm,
did it
I'm not
perfectly.
buying that shit.
They knew what
Fuck
they was
out of
doing,
here.
and you cannot play it without the disc inserted. You
Oh
can
man,
you can
yo,
Unless
this.
unless
Wow.
unless you get the digital download,
How much is that
which I think I paid $60 for it right
for
around Christmas.
$60
They had it on.
for Modern Warfare 1?
No, well, it
it
was
comes
for
bundled.
Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 1.
Yeah, it comes
Nah, I'm
bundled.
good. Oh, damn, son.
It comes
Wow.
bundled. They knew what they were doing, man. It's marketing 101.
Yo, that's how you know that shit is really declining. They had to rely on the
Uh,
hype behind Modern Warfare 1 to sell their corny ass game.
yeah, they knew it.
Wow. That shit is trash.
Yeah, that's how they do, man. That's their marketing strategy. Very effective and very smart. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, if they're
That,
gonna do shit
Can't
like that,
hate.
then they might as well find a way to actually give it back to the players or whatnot. Like like the online tournaments. You remember, MLG?
yeah.
Major League
MLG is
Gaming.
completely commercialized
Yeah, it's
now.
commercial.
I'm
It's
talking about.
It's 100% commercialized. You're not going to be able to do like you used
yeah,
to.
it's
Because I
Is
mainstream.
that
remember.
is that the same anymore?
No, it's like
No,
Drake. It's like Drake. It's mainstream, man.
Oh, damn. Oh, they on they Drake shit?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
Damn.
online and whatnot.
Yeah. Damn.
I mean, they're doing
dude,
some of it now. I forget the company who did it or
I
whatnot,
can't
but
even. I don't even think you can go online and register and create a team anymore.
No, it's
You can't
mainstream.
make a clan no more?
It's
Damn.
I
completely
don't think so
mainstream.
That sucks.
And then it's
because you
like
can
you can
do it.
play
You
for
can create
money.
clans and game in a lot of the games as well. And Battlefield and a lot of those games it'll let you make a clan, but I don't know that MLG does that anymore. Which is sad because I mean, shit, we used to do it just for fun. I mean,
I'm talking
you'd
about
have
the
to have
developer as far as like the cash prizes and whatnot for like their own tournaments.
well, not even their own tournaments. I mean, if you had MLG back in the day, you could go onto MLG's website, register, create a team, and you could throw yourself into just an online pool of teams and get a random team. And the only downfall is you didn't have rest. And the only way you could, you had people that modded and glitched out games. The
Mm-hmm.
only way you could do that was with screen capture. And back then, you didn't. Screen capture for games was ridiculously expensive. I
Yeah, it
remember
was.
going out and buying a shitty camera, a digital camera, and just setting it up in front of my TV. I mean, and having to send video into MLG moderators to have them rule on shit. You know, it's not like that anymore. From what I from what I understand, MLGs because they only run certain games now. They only run Call of Duty, Battlefield, and one what is it? Counterpart or
Counter Strike?
Counter Strike.
Counter Strike.
That game's being run like crazy still by MLG. I
Yeah,
mean that's
people love Counter Strike, man. Don't look good.
seventy
You
five
got
percent of
people
the
like
MLG
Nade Shot.
games
Yeah,
I see
go ahead.
on like their Facebook page, on the videos, is Counter Strike, and it's
I don't
ridiculous.
know
I
about
mean,
you
it's a
guys.
cheap game, and it's not that hard on your PC or whatnot to run it,
I don't know about
like
y'all,
spec
but
wise.
I can't fuck with Counter Strike, man. I don't like that shit. I tried it.
I can't either.
I was like, what the fuck is like you said, is real big in the PC, like the PC world. Everybody love that Counter Strike shit. Like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I played that shit for at least 30 seconds, and I immediately deleted it off my Xbox. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I
You
never
serious?
played it. I never played it.
Yeah, because they had it on the Xbox Live Arcade, like some of the arcade, like they have Duke Nukem and shit like that, like mad older games. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try this shit out. 'Cause I always heard Counter Strike is cool. I'm like, this game, first of all, looks like shit. The controls are outdated, and there's like a lot of bullshit was just happening. I'm like, yo,
I
I'm
mean,
better off
people
playing
make money
Ghost.
out that shit. Don't doubt it that much, man.
Yeah,
What I would
dude.
say is just do a little bit more research. Play it on PC. And whether you can play it on a laptop, like I said, it's not that graphically and all the other stuff. It's not that taxing on your computer and whatnot. That's one thing I
Okay,
like about it is a lot of people can play it without, a big ass setup and whatnot. Spend hundreds of thousands, hundreds to thousands of dollars, or whatever,
true.
on a PC or whatever. So all I would say is just try it on PC. Look it up on YouTube and whatnot. You do have to buy things in the game and whatnot, like
You said
certain
what?
weapons and shit like that, but you don't absolutely need it and
Okay,
whatnot.
I see.
All I would say is just do more research on it. And last time I checked, they be having like tournaments and shit for that and
Oh,
whatnot
dude.
with some actual good money.
Yeah, you get hundreds of thousands of dollars on the
For,
tournaments
for Counter
for
Strike,
Counter Strike. Yep.
that's pretty cool. I ain't going for it.
That
Like I
sounds
said,
interesting.
I was trying to say earlier that Nate shot from Optic Gaming and whatnot, he put me onto that and whatnot. I mean, Counter Strike, I'm gonna be honest, I gotta get a controller now to play it on my shit and whatnot. I actually like that game.
I'll give it
I mean,
another chance. It's just initially the way when I was playing it, I just couldn't see what the big deal was. Because to me, for one, I didn't know it was the type of game where the graphics weren't. It wasn't really made for that. So in my head, I'm like, yo, this game looks like I should go play Rainbow Six Vegas, you know. But I could see it, man. Like you said, you don't really need a crazy setup to play. I could get it. That's probably why the community is so big. You know, like I don't need a crazy rig to run the game, and they probably have a lot of players playing at once. So it's, I, I could see it. I'll give it another shot. Never know.
Yeah,
I don't. I don't
definitely
like
give
it.
it a shot. It sounds pretty interesting. From what I see, it reminds me of Rainbow Six.
It
I,
does a little bit.
right. From what I see, now I haven't actually played it and everything, but on my wish list, I definitely plan on getting me a PC. Definitely PC because I want to game at native 4K at 60 frames per second with a GTX 1080. With a damn GTX 1080 with two Titans, with two Titans in that motherfucker, and let's just say I'll get a fan the size of a damn engine on an airplane to make sure my CPU or my GPU will never overheat, and I
What
plan on
resolution
putting
you
some
plan
work.
on playing at?
4K at 60 frames per second,
All right, well, what graphic settings?
maximum.
Stefan, you might want to rethink your
That's why I
setup.
said down the line. I didn't say now on my wish list down the line. Because I know
Because
right
I don't
now
see
our
people with
technology
four
is not.
GTA
It's not
Titan
going to have
X's,
it.
exactly, the Pascals. They got four of them, and they have a hard time doing that shit.
Yeah, getting 60 frames per second. The best they can get is 30 frames, if that. Windows.
I mean, if you could do 1440p, that'd be dope. Because, like, I mean, you do what you want. It's your money. Go ahead. Go ahead and do it.
Well, shit, fellas. I've got to bounce off here. I've got some shit I got to do.
All right, brother. You
All
take
right.
care.
All right, Cutthroat.
Cutthroat
Peace.
over and out. Later.
I'm going to borrow that car. Yeah, bye.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, he got a nice challenger. I'm friends with him on Facebook now. That
Oh
man.
yeah.
I heard it earlier when he was trying to call you, but he called me. That damn engine revving, man. You got a nice damn car.
Yeah, that thing's
No
something
challenge.
serious. That thing's something serious, man.
Yo,
About to
yo,
sound
Steph.
like my F-150.
Fucking Steph. I'm probably about to cop a new V in like a couple months after I repair like my credit and everything. Fucking with Jennifer. But yeah,
Whoa,
I'm looking at that.
we live, man. We
Oh, my,
live. We live, man. We can't get
my
into
fault,
that.
my
We
fault.
live.
Oh, tweaking, my fault. We talk about that later.
Yeah. We live, right.
Yeah, my
Viewer
fault.
discretion is advised.
My fault.
But yeah. But what we was talking about, we was talking about these games and these microtransactions and these pay to wins. It's
Pay
gonna
to
be
win. What's that?
when you got to keep purchasing content in a video game in order to win, in order to beat your opponent, which is annoying.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
They got shit like that?
that's what I call it. Pay to wins. It's very
I mean, it
popular.
gives you an advantage. It gives you somewhat of a better advantage. Yeah.
It's very popular in the mobile industry, the mobile gaming, like the free to plays. Free to plays are usually pay to win.
Yeah.
So
And them
That's
anime
corny.
type looking games, I actually like them shits. But yeah, you got to pay for this and that. The microtransactions
right.
kind
That
of
shit.
getting out of hand
Hmm.
That
nowadays.
shit. That shit sound corny as hell.
It is. It really is, man. You should join us on our next podcast, man. We usually have them every Tuesday. We could really use an extra voice on here.
Got you, yo.
Definitely, because we about to wrap this one up. We just about talked about all our topics and everything, and how it usually works is when we're streaming live like we are now, it'll post up on YouTube within 15 to 20 minutes later, depending on the length of it, and it'll start uploading it backwards. So you're gonna hear. So when you go rewatch the video, you're only gonna hear the last 20 minutes of it, and then eventually it'll upload the middle part, and it'll upload the first part, and then 30 to 45 minutes later, the whole podcast is on YouTube for playback. I got it
True.
set that way. But Chris, you got anything you need to say? I want to shout anything out before we wrap it up.
Uh, yeah. Check out my. No, not really. No.
All right.
I got something.
All right.
Yo, shout out to Hardee's, man. They got some good chicken strips. I just got the sweet baby Ray barbecue sauce. Shit is good, yo. That's all I got.
True, nigga. Shout out to everybody that's watching us. That breezed past and listened and got it. Took the opportunity, took the time out to listen to our conversation and our topics. Shout out to everybody that's out there gaming. We definitely gonna have. I'm actually thinking about doing another show instead of everything tech. Just have another tech, not just another TV show where we talk about pop culture. That's it, with just pop culture. And I'm actually thinking about doing another show with we talking about with just gaming only. So that way it'll be 3 shows in total. One is everything tech, like this one. 2 would be with just straight video gaming news and things that we like and don't like about the industry. And 3 is just basically everything tech. But this
Damn,
one
YouTube gonna be hitting you up with them contracts
we're gonna be
soon.
lit, man. We gonna be lit, man. With your help, we're gonna be lit for real. We're gonna be seriously lit. But
Yo, yeah, yo. Question. I didn't hear. I kind of zoned out thinking about something. Do y'all talk anything about like music and shit, or just strictly like technology?
yes,
Wait, we talk about music.
we talk about music. In the beginning of this podcast, we talk about pop news. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff as far as Drake. We was talking
Soldier
about
Boy, know that
Soldier
little
Boy.
fight.
Yep, we
That
talked
shit is
about all of
corny.
that. We talked about all of that. You came in late, brother. Um,
I'm sorry, bro.
this
Wait,
is
hold on.
this that for my viewers that's listening. This is actually the Everything Tech Unlimited. Now, Everything Tech episode 5 will be back on track to as far as technology and everything else that goes around revolving around tech. We'll be discussing the new Samsung Galaxy S8, how it has damn near no bezels and no home screen button, which is wow factor. We're gonna be, oh my goodness, all the background noise is serious right now. Um, we're gonna be discussing about a whole bunch of new things, and hopefully we'll get to separate and make that other podcast about with just pop culture. But this is Heartless over and out. You got anything else left to say, Chris?
no, everybody have a good night. This is Who Is 84673. Go check out my Facebook page. I'm gonna be giving out some free movie tickets and whatnot. I'm still deciding on the movie, but yeah, go check that out. And check out my Instagram, Who Is 84673.
Definitely. Everybody go ahead and check that out. And everybody check out Gods of the Geeks. That's in the link in the description where we discuss everything and we discuss news about every little thing revolving around technology, comic book strips, everything. I'll see y'all next week, Tuesday, as far as the next podcast with Everything Tech. You might see another podcast pop up, but it won't be called Everything Tech. Probably it'll be something else. I haven't thought of a name yet, but it'll be something else. But anyway, y'all have a good night and thanks for listening. Heartless over and out.